Hi, welcome to Let's Talk. Today I'm joined by Sarah Heard from Dundee Carers Centre, who's going to talk to us about Mental Health Week. Hi, Sarah.
Hi, Claire. Thanks for having me.
Oh, thanks for joining me today. So today is the first day of Mental Health Week 2024, and this year's theme is Move Your Way. So could you tell us just a bit more about that, please, Sarah?
Yeah, of course. So, Mental Health Week takes place every single year, and there's always a targeted specific theme. So, as you mentioned, this theme of this year is movement. So, the purpose of Mental Health Week is, first of all, to raise awareness of mental health. We want to reduce stigma and we want to support people to have positive conversations around their mental health. So, one of the things that we want to get out there is that mental health is absolutely everybody's business.
Yeah.
Everybody's responsible for looking after their mental health, and they're also responsible for opening up conversations to help other people open up about their mental health if that's what they need to do. So, that might look different for different people at different times, and that's absolutely okay. So we also want people to have a little think about different ways of how they can prioritize their own self-care and look after their mental well-being. So on the theme of movement this year, movement can mean a variety of different things for different people. So movement stereotypically might be associated with exercise or getting out and doing an activity, which is
Mhm.
absolutely fantastic, and we want to promote and encourage that. But for some other people, it might be movement around the idea of how they think about mental health or how they support other people about their mental health.
So, Sarah, what can people expect to see from Dundee Carers Centre this week? What do you have planned?
Absolutely. So we have a variety of different events. And as we just previously mentioned, there's no one size fits all approach. So
Mhm.
there's a variety of things on throughout the week for you to dip in and out of, or even maybe try some of these things for the first time to identify what works best for you. So I think that's really important to know. And sometimes it's maybe changing some of your habits or gently dipping your toe in. So I'm about to mention Decider Skills very shortly, but just to
Okay.
drop a quote from them specifically, it's about having a little think about, well, if you always do what you always did, you'll always get what you always got. So it's a
Yeah.
little idea to have a think about, can I take on board some of the tips? Can I try some new things? And really find what's important for you and what you engage with. So throughout the week, you'll have the opportunity to hear from some other different staff members in different areas of the centre that will give you some tips and advice on how they support people with mental health in their role. Equally, if you come into the Dundee Carers Centre at any point, there will be some pictures up around the centre with staff giving some tips on how they implement movement into their day. So that can vary from things like dancing in your kitchen while you're cooking. For
Mhm.
some people, it's gardening, or even cleaning for some people. Might be chair yoga, or it might be that you're out doing a support or activity. So a variety of things. So there'll be things like that around the centre and staff practicing what they certainly preach as well. So the main event that we will have is on the Tuesday, which is Tuesday, the 14th of May, where carers have the opportunity to come into the Carers Centre at 10 in the morning. And we'll all head off together for a little walk along Riverside just to promote some movement. We'll
Oh,
have
good.
various staff involved. So if you don't want to walk too far, there's plenty of opportunity to turn back. But when we come back to the centre, there'll be a chance for some refreshments and some snacks. And there'll be an opportunity to take some freebies away and some tools and strategies on looking after your mental health, and equally an opportunity to open up that positive and safe discussion around mental health as well. But if that's not for you, don't worry, you can either do the walk or the talk if you don't want to do both. And equally throughout the week as well, we will have some staff demonstrating some skills on Decider Skills, which is coping strategies for your mental health, as well as some tips. And we will also have a blog going up on the Dundee Carers website, which can draw on some other ideas and suggestions on movement and other services that might support and help as well. So very busy,
Yeah.
action-packed week.
Sounds great, Sarah. It sounds really good. Now, if people do want to get involved in the walk and the talk, or individually, how do they get involved in that? Is there a sign up they need to do?
Yeah, of course. So to get involved in the walk or talk, as I said, you can do either or. You don't have to be
Mhm.
involved in both. We would just ask that if you work with anybody at the Carers Centre or you worked with anyone previously, you can contact them directly to get them to sign you up. Or you can also contact us at the Carers Centre and get reception to put a sign up for you, or equally you can drop into the centre as well. If you don't get the opportunity and you do want to come along to the walk, feel free just to even drop in the morning before we head off. So there'll be a chance to drop in even before 10 a.m. and we won't be setting off till around 10:15. So if you don't get a chance along the day, feel free to pop in and you can still join, so it's not too late.
Perfect. Well, here's hoping for a dry day on Thursday for your walk. Sorry,
Fingers
on
crossed.
Tuesday. Sorry, yes, hope so. Yeah, that sounds great. And like you say, all this information is available on the blog, which you can find on the web page, and it'll be across social media channels as well. So that's fab. Thank you. So Sarah, that sounds great for this week. But to finish off, as well as in-person discussions people can have and all these things, there is a lot of online resources people can tap into too, isn't there?
Yeah, absolutely. So first of all, please do look at the Dundee Carers Centre just to get a greater awareness of all the different services that we do offer to help you identify what's the right fit for you. That might be more than one. And you can obviously go ahead to our Carers of Dundee website, which is updated with all the events that are taking place throughout the week, throughout the month, which you're entitled to sign up to, and you can sign up to as many as you like. Equally, it's important to draw on the learning modules that are on there as well. That covers a range of topics from looking after your mental well-being to eating healthy to shopping on a budget, even self-directed support modules as well. So there's a variety of training and online resources on there as well. But you can also look at the Anxiety UK website. We've also got the Blurt It Out website as well. Both of these are resources for understanding a little bit more about what anxiety, what mental health is, how to support people having conversations around these ideas. And there'll be some tips on how to manage your mental health, as well as looking at your well-being and things that might be beneficial to try for you to get the benefit as well.
Great, yeah, lots out there for people to get to use, and so many good resources online for people just to use when they want to. Now, I know you talked about Decider skills we could see this week as well, but I know we do have some resources online on our YouTube channel as well that do give people very short videos on what Decider skills we've talked about before in the past and how they could implement them and use them as well.
Yeah, absolutely. So
Yeah.
the decider skills are really important. There'll be new ones shared throughout this week as well. But there's also opportunity to sign up in future for future decider skills workshops. We obviously currently run anxiety workshops and assertiveness, but we're always looking for feedback on other workshops that we're not already doing that people might want. So that's a really important opportunity to feedback at the talk event. And if you can't make it, then please do feedback to any staff that you know are aware of at the centre. I mean, some of the websites I mentioned, that's just a couple to name a few, but you can also Google things like Get Self-Help. You can go into Mood Cafe, places like this. If you Google them, it'll come up. So variety of hints and tips there as well.
Great. Well, thank you, Sarah. And like we said, all this information will be available on our web pages and social media, and links will be in the comments section below. If you do want to get in touch with us to find out a bit more in person, give us a call or give us an email and somebody will get back to you. But yeah, it sounds like a fab week, Sarah, and all the best for the event you've got coming up, and I look forward to hearing all about it.
Thank you very much. And just remember that it is Scotland. The likelihood is it is going to rain, but at least we'll get some snacks and refreshments when we get there. So
definitely
hope to see as many people there as possible. So thank you.
Yeah, so dress for all weathers.
Absolutely.
Thanks, Sarah.